Hey y'all, welcome back to the Margarita Realm. This is Dutch, and you just made it in time for happy hour. Yes, boo.
Yay! Cheers,
Woohoo!
Boo.
Yeah.
Cheers. Hey
Okay.
guys, this is your girl Ray. Thank you for joining us on Happy Hour.
Yeah. Whew. Welcome back, y'all.
So
How
happy
are
to be
you?
back. I
Yeah,
am
so happy to be
well.
back
Thank
with
you. Thank
you.
you.
What's
Yep.
going on with you?
Happy y'all back. Thanks. Come on in. Come on in.
Yeah.
Happy to have y'all.
So what's going on, boo?
Not much, just another lovely day. Um, My weekend was eventful. Just got back in town. Took a little family vacay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. It was a week
Where'd you
away.
guys
Spent some
go?
time. I'd rather not say right on here, but you and I, we've discussed. But yeah, we had a good time. We had a good time. It was a week away, a week of cleansing, a week of downtime, and a week of reconnecting. So it was good. It was good.
Yes. Yes.
How was
Oh,
your
that's
weekend,
great.
girlfriend?
Well, I'm glad y'all were able to get away and have some amazing family time together. Um, it's required.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah. So my week, y'all, my mom, my mom transitioned, y'all. My mom died. My
I'm
mom
sorry.
died 3 days ago at the age of 66. Um, Long live Queen Robin, my mom. She passed away peacefully in her sleep in hospice care um, with my brother sleeping peacefully next to her. And yeah, so that's what I've been dealing with this week. I traveled from Costa Rica to Arizona, where she is, where my brother lives. And yeah, I'm here now taking care of things with him. He and I are taking care of things together. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my
Yeah.
condolences, sweetie.
Thank you,
You already
Mama.
know how I feel. And again, I'm here for you.
Mhm.
This is never, never, never easy, but you are surrounded, you are uplifted, you are divinely protected. And
Hey y'all, say hi to my niece, y'all. This is Zuli.
that's
Y'all heard me talk
Zuli,
about my
that's my girl.
yes. Come through, Zuli. Give him a little 1-2. Give him a little stunt on the camera and
Uh,
hit
uh,
it, hit
uh,
it,
uh,
hit it, hit
eh,
it, hit
eh,
it.
eh, eh.
Yes, my girl. My girl's headed out to gymnastics now. Have a
All
good time. I
right,
love you.
have fun.
Where you going? Okay. Oh, show the people the cupcakes that we did. Y'all, so since I've been here in Arizona, we've been getting major family time going, okay? And it's been amazing. This morning, my niece, nephew, and I made cupcakes. Check it out, y'all. Look at all these beautiful cupcakes we made. We made funfetti cupcakes, some with
Yummers.
chocolate frosting, some with vanilla frosting, and and then one without frosting. Thank you, Zoe,
Yeah.
for letting them know. Y'all know that I'm
And
a
I
cake
got dibs
connoisseur.
already. Don't play. I
Yes,
already got
yes,
dibs.
yes. You did say you got dibs on the one with the chocolate, so
Yep.
we got you. We
That's
got you.
mine.
Yes, y'all already know I'm a cake connoisseur, so this has definitely been a highlight. And there's my brother in the background. Say what up to the people, Derek.
Hey,
Yeah.
Derek.
Yeah. So yeah, so
Hey.
oh look, there he is. There he is. So, you know, the plan, right, was to for mom to start her healing journey
hmm
in the sunshine here in Arizona. So y'all know I'm from New York, born and raised. And um, my mom was in New York up until Father's Day this year.
Mm-hmm.
And she left New York because I swooped in on your girl from Costa Rica real quick. I swooped into New York, had a little talk with her one on one about her life. And my mom decided that she was going to quit her job the next day and take a one-way flight to Phoenix, Arizona to start her healing journey. So my mom has had liver cancer, has had liver cancer. Last year, she had a full hysterectomy in June. And then apparently, after she had the hysterectomy, the doctors told her that they recommended radiation because there were spots on her liver.
Mm-hmm.
And she refused treatment and decided she was going to do it her way and heal herself holistically without
Right.
chemo, without radiation. And so that's what she did. That's what she did for a year. For a year. And so my mother and I have been actually estranged for the past year. Her and I stopped speaking. Well, I stopped speaking to her um, in May of last year and did not speak to her again until June this year on FaceTime. And I had gotten a call from my aunt saying, "Hey, Rick, listen, I hear your mom is ill and is basically in need of assistance, right?" So I called my mom. I unblocked my mom and I called her in that moment. We missed each other's call. She called me back on FaceTime. And when I saw my mom's beautiful face, I knew that an intervention, swoop down, swoop in from the free woman, was a requirement. So we had a beautiful conversation, my mom and I, after 1 year of not speaking. I told her how much I loved her. She told me how much she loved me. She apologized to me. As soon as I got off the phone, I booked a flight. I booked a one-way flight to New York.
Mm-hmm.
When I pulled up on my mom when I got to New York, she didn't even know I booked the flight. I pulled up on her lunch break. And as soon as I got out of the car, it was raining that day, pouring rain, cold. Pulled up on the corner that she was standing on, and I get out and I wrap my arms around her, and she melts into my arm, bawling, crying, telling me that she prayed for this day, and put her in the car. I said, "So, Ma, where are we going to go? You're on your lunch break. How long you got?" She had about an hour. So we're driving around, pull up to this church in my old hood, and we go under the white tent. And she sits there, and I'm looking at my mom. And I just knew my mom was going through it. I knew my mom was sick. I knew my mom was sick. And that if she didn't leave immediately, her precious breath would have been choked out of her far quicker. So I did some energy work on her under that big white tent on that big Catholic church lawn as she's sitting in that yellow Adirondack chair. And I said to her, I says, "Ma, you can quit today. you got a one-way first class ticket to Arizona. And she looks at me. I says, Ma, what are you doing driving a bus, Ma? Do you think you should be driving a bus in your condition? And she looks down and I says, it's okay, Ma. I says, how about this question? Don't you think you deserve to heal your sweet body out in the sunshine with people that love you, with your son, with your grandchildren? And she says, yes. She said, yes. And I said, okay, Ma. So what do you want to do? She said she wanted to work the summer. Said, I gotta work the summer. I gotta work the summer. And I stood up and I says, Ma,
Is it busy in the summer? Or?
I don't know and I don't care. I said to her, Ma,
Right.
if you die tomorrow, they will hire someone to work the summer.
Ah,
And she looked at me with her eyes like
not worth it.
wide. And she says, okay, just one more week. I says, okay, Mom, it's your choice. I'm just letting you know. So I finish up my energy work. I'm giving her kisses on her lips. I call her mommy. I don't remember the last time I called her mommy. And we go back in the car. I take her back to work. I pick her up from work like a couple of hours later. And she gets in my car and she says, Rick, let me tell you what I decided. I said, what did you decide, Ma? She goes, I'm not working this summer. I says, okay. She goes, they're going to train me next week for a new route for the summertime, and I'm not working the summer. I said, okay. I said, so what does that mean? Does that mean tomorrow's your last day?
Right.
Right? Because it was going to
Right.
be a Thursday. It was a
Yeah.
Thursday. It was going to be a Thursday. I said, so what does that mean? I says, does that mean tomorrow's your last day? And she looks at me again, wild-eyed, right? She's like, yeah, I guess. I said, okay, perfect. So when do you want to go to Arizona? She looks at me again, wild-eyed,
Right.
and she goes, I don't know. I says, well, listen, Derek is off on Monday. She goes, yeah, Sunday, Monday. And she goes, I want to go out there on Sunday. It was Wednesday. She said, I want to go out there Sunday. I said, okay, that's Father's Day. She
Mm-hmm.
goes, yep, I want to go out there Sunday. I said, okay. So are we going to call Derek right now and tell him the good news that you're starting your healing journey
Mm-hmm.
with him? Again, she looks at me wild-eyed and she says, yes. So we call Derek on FaceTime. Derek picks up. My mom tells him that she's coming out there. So on the morning of Father's Day, I brought my mom to JFK Airport and thank goddess for Chowdhury, one of the ushers with the wheelchairs, because my sweet mom was requiring one at that moment. And Chowdhury took good care of her. And as we're going to TSA so she can go through security, I give her sweet kisses on her lips and tell her how much I love her. And she tells me how much she loves me. And I send my queen off to my brother. And she arrived in Phoenix on Father's Day, and she passed away on the 14th of July um, in hospice. And I am so grateful for the divine time that we had together. And I know that she is here forever. She is reborn, and I am one of Robin's eggs. My mom's name was Robin, like the bird. And when I did my research on robins yesterday, turns out that robins lay 3 to 4 eggs, and I'm one of three.
Oh,
I'm the first of three. And robin's eggs are blue too. I didn't know that. In fact, they have a shade of blue called robin's egg blue. So I am so grateful for my mom and that she chose to heal herself holistically, her way to the very end. And she freed herself. She freed herself. So here's to my mom. I love you.
cheers. Love you,
Long
Mommy
live Queen
Robin.
Robin. Yes.
Thank you, Dutch, for sharing that with us and having courage to share that. I mean, it happened so recently. First off, before I even go there, I just want to say it's a little bit of a different episode, you guys, and hopefully you guys are open to us being open. And in this case, this is, a very vulnerable woman, and we thank Dutch so much for the courage to share this with us and appreciate you. Love you for that. It's not difficult, but I'm so happy to hear that story and hear all the beautiful positivity and the rich memories that you have of your mother. And I love that that's what you decide to focus on, because it's easy to go another route. But you and the person that we all know you to be is a positive person, and you're only going to focus on the things, the positive memories of your mom. And I encourage you to continue to do that. Please do. Keep those memories close. It is so important. Please do.
Thank
I
you.
love you, sis. I love you.
I love you too. Thank you for seeing me. So under that big white tent, right? I told my mom, I said, Ma, when I blocked you, it wasn't out of spite or malice. It was to protect my boundaries and to heal myself so that I can come back healthier and able to do swoop-ins, work my magic, heal
Right.
myself.
And whole. You want to be whole.
And she understood.
Yeah.
She completely understood. I told her that I loved her, and she understood. She understood. So I'm really, I feel grateful that I don't have to hold any guilt
Absolutely.
of, not speaking to my mom for a whole year, and then, then we start speaking a month before she passes away. No, I feel a, a deeper connection now with her than I had ever felt.
Yeah. And I feel like the goddess that's in you and you're so in tune with, that is what you always move with, even when you don't know the meaning behind it, the reason why. You are so innately in tune with that you just move regardless. And that's what that was. That moment when your aunt called you and told you that your mom was sick. That's what you did. You moved exactly in the moment that you need to. because anybody could have been like, good luck to her, like there could have been so many other negative responses because of where you were in that moment. You obviously had a reason why you guys had a tumultuous time and you had to block her. So the fact that you made the decision to unblock her in that moment was so divine, and that was such a point where you were fully moving with your with the guidance of your goddess that's in you. And I'm happy you did. I'm happy you did.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow, y'all. So now what happens, right? So like this whole conversation about death. So your parent dies and then it's like, what the fuck? What do you do? Right? There's like, right? So you got to notify people. You got to notify people. Friends, mom's friends, family, the government, banks, the accountant. Like it's a whole bunch of stuff. It's a whole bunch of stuff that is now placed in the hands of myself and my brother, to handle. And I am so happy to say that my brother and I are working together amazingly on what we're faced with. We feel supported by our friends, our family. Um, we feel supported by the universe, the ancestors. So we decided so Mama's gonna be cremated here in Arizona. And then we'll have a party for her in November in New York. Her birthday's in November 26th.
Oh,
So we'll do it. Yeah, so we'll do it. Well, that's usually, Thanksgiving week, but we'll do it the week before. Because I know people travel. So we'll do it the week before in New York. Make it fun, make it funky, make it sexy, music, dancing, just like my mom would love. Some great cocktails.
So is Mama Sag or Scorpio?
Sag, huge Sag vibes. Huge. Okay?
Yeah, big Sag energy. Okay.
Heavy.
Heavy. Heavy on the fire side energy.
Heavy on the fire side. Come through, Queen Robin. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Mama's a fire sign. She was fiery. She was spicy. Everyone loved her. Everyone loves my mom. Everyone called my mom, Mama Robin, Miss Rob. Yo, they loved my mother. Okay. So
I only
cheers to
knew
you,
of
Mom.
your mom through you, and she immediately was Mama Robin. Right? When I found out her name, I was like, oh, okay, Mama Robin. You were like, yes, my mother's name was Robin. I was like, okay, Mama Robin. That's who she is.
Yes, absolutely. My mom is a Howard graduate, class of 1978. Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, she studied early childhood development. That's right. She once she graduated from there. She became a teacher at a private French school in Bayside, Queens. Yes, she did.
Ooh.
Exactly. Oh, back in the hills in Bayside? Yeah. A private French school, foo-foo, all
All
that.
right, so we're now adding to her title, Cultured Robin, Cultured Mama Robin.
Yeah. She married my dad. Their childhood sweethearts. They've known each other since they were 12 and 14. Okay. And my mom is 66 and dad just turned 69. Huge Cancer vibes. Okay.
Wow.
Right. They got married, they had 3 kids. The first one, they bought a house in Queens. They divorced. They remained friends-ish.
Hmm.
Um, More friends towards the end,
Yeah,
which was so amazing. Um, and yeah, and dad has been super supportive. Um, so here's here's to once again, mom.
for sure.
What's your relationship with death?
So, as you were speaking, I'm going around the question, but I'm going to answer it. So, you were speaking about going through like the what now process, and I understood that. I had to go through that last year. My grandmother passed away, and I stood in line for my mother. So I had to serve as mother because she is not in a position to be able to do it herself. So I essentially had to be my grandmother's basically daughter and handle a lot of the stuff along with my aunt. And that was an experience for sure. I certainly feel like I didn't have an opportunity to grieve in the moment, mainly because I had to handle the stuff. Like, you just got to do the things you got to do, you know? Ironically, as a sidebar, we also had a service for her pre, and then we had our actual service on her birthday. So, very similar to your mom. So, I salute you for doing the same thing. Great idea. Um, but I have to say, prior to my well, in COVID, I had several deaths, several deaths in my family. Two of which were very close to me. One was my great grandmother who actually raised me. So losing her during COVID was really hard. And that was kind of like my first, like, as an adult experience with death. And then pretty quickly thereafter, I lost two more family members that were super close to me. So I just had to like, and then a year later was my grandmother. So it was just a lot of death back to back, along with going through COVID. So my relationship with death, answering the question, is developing. Um, I didn't have, nor did I really consider um, death to the degree that I do now as a mother, as an adult, as someone who's experienced it and also have held hands and loved on people, close friends that have experienced it too. Um, I feel like it's evolving for me because I don't feel like I truly, I haven't tapped into how to grieve. I don't think I know how to grieve. Um, I have moments when I'm sad. I have moments when I might think of something and I'll cry a little bit. Then I'm like, okay, move on. So I don't believe that I am comfortable grieving, and I think that that has a direct connection with death because I haven't experienced it where I've allowed myself to just fully open to someone's gone. I kind of move on before I get there. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, totally, totally. Well, crying is definitely part of the grieving
What do you
process.
think of that though? Hmm.
Um, I think just what you said, that you want to hurry up and get over it before, you just want it to be over. Yes, the person's gone, dead. I'm sad. Okay, I'm better. I'm
Right.
okay.
Right.
Um, Instead of being like, oh, fuck, this is fucked up. I'm sad. I'm angry. I've got rage inside of me, like, "Motherfucker, I didn't get to say this," or "Motherfucker, why are you not here?" or "Motherfucker, I don't know."
Right.
So it makes sense to me
Hmm.
that those feelings are uncomfortable to you because grieving is all of those feelings. And it's also remembering the good times, right?
Hmm.
It's remembering the good times as well. So um, it's still there though. It
Yeah.
doesn't disappear.
Right.
It doesn't disappear. So
Yes.
it's, you know, you can choose to deal with it in small bouts when those feelings
Mhm.
come up, look at them and acknowledge them. Hey, I see you. What is this? Oh, it's sadness, it's grief. Why? Oh, because I miss my grandma. Okay, allow yourself to feel that
Hmm.
and move on. Yeah, yeah, and kiss her on her
Yeah.
way.
I
Yeah.
admire your process. It's extremely admirable. I think it comes from a place of a healed person. I think it also comes from a place of acceptance and
Healing. I'm totally 100% still healing every
healing
single
for
day.
sure.
Yeah.
We all are, right? I don't think that any one of us is fully healed. It's a process forever. But yes, healing. Nonetheless, I still believe that you have a very, very healthy relationship. Okay, so there's irony in this, but I think that you have a healthy relationship with death.
Yes, yes, yes.
And that sounds crazy, but
Yes, it
I,
does.
I believe you do. And there's something to be learned there because comparatively, I don't. I don't believe I do. And I know that that comes from a place of not being healed because it comes from some childhood trauma. Like, and I think you have to acknowledge. So when all of us are inevitably having to deal with grief, we also have to look at how we deal with said grief. I am just now, I talked about how I deal with mine, and clearly, my response to death is directly impacted from as a kid. I was always told, "Suck it up, get over it, move on. It's all right. You'll be all right. Move on." When people did die when I was younger, we were very much told, and this is a real thing, at the funeral, you do not cry. You hold your head high and you sit there with pride. When you gotta cry, you take that somewhere else. Yes, absolutely. That's what I was told. So that has a lot to do with how I deal with death. So I just wanted to share that a lot of people also look at how you deal with death, and I think it can tell you a lot about some trauma from your childhood.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. That was very brave of you. Um, that's very interesting that, you know, that was how you were instructed and
Hmm.
trained to respond to death, which is to stifle the natural emotion, which
Yeah.
is being sad and plus, plus, plus.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yep. Which also has a lot to do with why I hate crying. I've cried on this podcast several times, and I'm like, oh God, I hate crying. It comes from there.
Wow.
It's all cyclical. It all connects.
Wow. Wow. Totally. Totally. I
So how
remember,
have you gotten to this place?
well, I was gonna say, I remember when my grandmother died, you know, the first person I remember dying as a little girl, I was 6, it was my mom's mom who passed away, and I remember seeing my mom cry. Um, then when my other grandmother died, I remember seeing my aunt cry. Um, then my brother died. Well, before my brother died. So people died, and it was normal to show emotion, or
Mhm.
at least for me to see people showing, you know, those emotions of sadness. Um, so it was, you know, pretty much normal to see. Although when my brother passed away in 2017, rest in
Mhm.
peace, Troy, I love you. Peace, love, and respect.
R.I.P.
Um, I did not see my parents cry. I saw my father choke up one time. However, I did not see my parents cry.
Mhm.
Um, so, you know, I cry. I show my emotions, and that's just what it is. At this
Mhm.
point in my life, I've gotten very comfortable expressing myself through my voice, through my tears, through my laughter.
Right.
So I'm comfortable being vulnerable. That's what it
Yes.
is. I'm
Yes.
comfortable being vulnerable, authentically vulnerable.
Mhm.
You know,
And
whether
that's
it's,
such a beautiful place to be.
thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's what it is. So, I mean, what now? What do we do now?
Hmm.
You know, what do you do after
Right.
someone dies? You know,
Well, I
you honor
know
them.
you do
Mhm.
a lot of paperwork, but outside of the typical, the mundane day to day stuff, the
What
emotional
type of
stuff,
paperwork? Let the
all
people
the
know
damn
what type of,
paperwork, girl.
well,
You
let us know.
Well, first of all, you got to file the death. You got to get the paperwork from the hospital about declaring the death. Then you got to file it with the state. You got to then look into all of insurances. You need to immediately file for insurances in order to pay for the funeral costs if hasn't even been covered. Funeral costs is a whole nother thing. You got to meet with the funeral coordinator, go over what kind of service you want. That funeral stuff in and of itself, a pain in the ass. It's a lot of what kind of coffin do you want? How do you want the makeup? Do you want the casket open? Do you want the casket closed? What are they going to wear? Do you want to put on a flower? Do you want pink lipstick? Do you want purple lipstick? Look at what kind of clothes they're wearing. It's so technical, and it just really takes away from the grieving process. Um, and then, in speaking about the grieving process and outside of the paperwork, because I can go for days about that, the emotional side, the side where there's a void, that part is so hard because once you get through all that, the void still remains. And
Mhm.
when you get past the condolences and people helping you out, and once you get past all that and people move on with life, you still have that void. So
Mhm.
what do you do?
Mhm.
What do you do? I think
Yeah.
that's when the tough part really starts to tap in.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I think it's when and I know for you, Dutch, you can probably speak to this better than I can, but this is when you really have to go inside internally. And there's some healing that has to be done. How do you
Mhm.
Can you elaborate on that? Because I know you are You do that already.
Yeah. Turning inward, right? Because your parents, when your parent dies, it's like that's you. That's part of you. That's where you came from. So it's like, I don't know, that's when the shit gets real. That's when the shit gets real where it's like, okay, for instance, going through my mom's stuff, right? Going through her cell phone, right?
Right.
Okay. Going through the text messages because she has mad text messages in there. You got to notify people, right? And to see just my mom's personality, and it's like, well, it's kind of like a fun personality. Just it's a mirror. It's a mirror. That's what it is, right? And it puts everything into perspective. It puts everything into perspective of here today, gone tomorrow,
Mhm.
literally.
Right.
And that's when you realize that there's no better moment than the present to be grateful for where you are at this very moment. Not what happened last week or 10 years ago or the promotion you're waiting for at your stupid fucking job or any of that. You know, it's just who you are in that moment and to appreciate that how truly special you are as an individual. So I know my mom did not know how fucking special she was to the world before she left this place. Yo, going through the text messages of people who were checking on her, and then when I make notifications, and to hear the devastation and these kind words that all these people have had to say about my mom, you know, so it just really makes me want to look inward at myself to say I am enough.
Yes.
I am enough. Period. I am enough. Just like my mom was enough. So I I'm focusing on that I am enough.
Yeah. And
I'm
you
not sure
are.
if that answered your question.
No, it does. It does. You're going inward and you're focusing
Yeah.
on telling yourself, reminding yourself, and reinforcing you are enough.
Hmm.
And you are. And that's coming directly. Those are words from your mom.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. So this new moon,
Yes.
right? This new moon that we're in. Tonight, my brother and I and the kids, we're gonna go out into the backyard with the fire pit and get real fucking witchy. Okay.
I love it.
We're gonna get real fucking witchy tonight. Okay. So we're doing it tonight, right? We're doing a ceremony for Ma.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna release her. We're gonna send her off with the fire, with the flames. Fire sign Sag, I mean, come through.
Yeah.
And
Only
so this
necessary.
exactly. And it's hot as balls in Arizona, y'all. It's like 115 degrees out here, y'all. Okay.
Records right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, this new moon, y'all, is about releasing, 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 releasing,
How
releasing.
appropriate. How
Yeah,
appropriate.
absolutely. And this new moon is also ruled by Cancer. And you know, the sun is in Cancer too, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
Cancer season. So what does that mean? Well, the new moon is the darkest phase of the moon cycle. And this is the point that's where we deal with our shadow side, right? And
What we've been
releasing
talking
those
about.
things.
Yeah.
And it's an invitation for new beginnings. So release what doesn't serve you, and an invitation to begin, kind of like a death,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like a death. So Cancer is ruled by the moon, and it reigns over the fourth house of roots and ancestry. Okay. So Cancerians are usually all about the home, about family, about all that ooey gooiness,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the moon is about homecoming, nourishment, gratitude, and being connected. And being that this is the darkest phase of the moon, it stands as a metaphor for the shadows that we have within ourselves, and that we keep hidden away. So tonight, we plan on building our fire, writing down our intentions of what we want to release, and burn that shit down to the ground.
Love it.
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm always
That's gonna
here
be
for
special.
a witchy ritual.
Right.
Always down for that.
I mean, this is perfect. This is the perfect full moon now for this type of ceremony and for this moment. It couldn't have happened in a better moment.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Um, so I got a little witchy tidbit for y'all. You know how the synchronicities be synchronizing, right? So
Mm-hmm.
mom passed away at 4:20 a.m. Okay.
420.
Right. Come through 424. Come through 420. Yes. You know your daughter loves the cannabis. Come through. So she passed away at 4:20. And my cousin Janae, rest in peace, Janae, she passed away at 4:20 as well. 4:20
Oh
p.m.
wow.
Yes. So this whole past week, right? Because I was feeling that it was coming, that mom's death was coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I was calling on my female ancestors, I was calling on Janae, I was calling on my grandmothers, my great grandmothers, you know. And Janae came through hard body, ushered her at 4:20 a.m. along with my
Yeah.
brother and everyone else. Yeah, and for weeks I've been seeing 4:20 on the clock all the time, looking at 4:20 on the clock.
Really.
And here's another layer. Derek says that when mom was in the hospital, because she was in hospital first and then in hospice,
Mm-hmm.
her hospital room was D 420.
Oh, what?
And on all of my flights from Costa Rica to the United States, I was sitting in seat D, and that was her room, D 420. Yes. And I didn't even get to pick my seat.
Wow.
The airline picked the seats for me. Yeah. And I was sitting in D seats every flight.
The
Yeah.
synchronicity of it all. Oh,
Oh, wild, right?
that is. Oh,
Yeah.
that warms my heart. Girl, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, what?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So that's it, y'all. I mean, I feel like I'm good. I feel like I'm good. I feel like I'm
How that
protected and
was
supported.
that was my final question before we closed out. was,
Yeah.
how are you? Seriously,
Yeah.
we all want to know how you are.
I feel divinely supported, protected every step of the way. I felt I was starting to feel very alone yesterday, um, until my brother said to me, "Look, Rick, you don't have to do this on your own. I'm here. Just wait till I get back and I'll help you."
Yeah.
And I surrendered. And I surrendered. And I said, okay. And I'm allowing in assistance, to receive this assistance, divine assistance from my family members, from my friends, in any and all ways. So I feel supported. I feel at ease. Um, at times I feel angry and rageful. Yesterday, I was pacing back and forth outside, saying, "Oh, I wish I could punch something," and crying. Um, and thank goddess Derek has a punching bag in his garage, so I will be hitting that up later on tonight. I'm feeling all of these things. However, I'm
Tonight.
feeling, yes, I'm feeling protected. I'm feeling supported. I'm feeling loved, and I'm feeling uh, willing and able to continue forward and do what I got to do with love and honor for my mom, for Robin, Frederica, more. Yeah, period.
Period.
Period. Heavy
Heavy
on
on the
the
period.
heavy on the period. Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all.
that's it.
Yeah. All right, so we're about to get
Well,
out of
I'm
here.
happy. I'm happy
Yeah.
to hear that you are good. Seriously, I'm not
Thank
about to let
you.
you pass this by. I have to say, I'm happy to hear
You
that
saw
you are
that, right?
in. Yep, I did. A couple times, but I let them fly. This time, no. I have to tell you, I am so happy that you are in a healthy, healthy space right now. It's all fleeting, emotions come and go, and it's a roller
Yeah.
coaster. But in this moment, today, you are in a happy
Yeah.
place, and that
Yeah.
counts.
It does.
It does, step
It
by
does
step.
count. It does count. Thank you so
And beat that
much.
damn bag if you got to, girl.
I will. I will. When I get back to Costa Rica, I'm signing up for kickboxing with Max. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
I, I'm not going to tell you
Yes.
that I just signed up for kickboxing literally today. Me and Arden, we
Are
both,
you
my baby girl and
serious?
I, we're doing kick. Yes, I promise. I promise you
That's so
today.
that's so amazing.
Yes.
Okay. So it's
So now
confirmation
we're
that
about
I'm
to,
required
yep,
to sign up. We're a
that's it.
team, the three of us.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that. I love
Okay, I'm
that for
sorry.
us.
I digress, but I wanted to make sure you knew that we are here for you. We support you. We love you. And we will be checking in to make sure that you are in a healthy space and you are okay.
Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love you and thank you.
Love you,
Thank you
sis.
so much. Yeah, I love you too. All right, so last call, y'all. I got a quote for you. But
Mm-hmm.
before I give you, the manifestation and the quote,
Yeah.
I want to remind you to show your titties and to be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. You are precious. You are enough. You are loved. You are special. You're the shit. And I love you. We love you over here at the
We love
Margarita Room.
you.
Oh, yeah. So, my manifestation is my mom's quote, and that is, I did it, my way. I did it
Heavy
my
on
way.
the period.
I did it my way.
She did.
Heavy on the period. Yes. And let me
I
ring the
did.
bell on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Ringing the ancestor bell.
There you go. Yeah.
I did it my way. This is my mom right here in 1977 and 1978. Look at my mom.
Come through, Mom. Fly as hell.
Yes. Hell yeah. Yeah, it was like 1977 and 78.
That is a typical 70s photo right there.
Right, with the sunset in the background.
That's the best.
Yes, come through. We got all these flowers here, and I had her pictures out. We were dancing to 2 Chainz. I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. I'm different. Yeah.
I'm different.
My mom loved that song. I got a video of her rapping that. And
Pull
then
up to the scene with the cylinder missing.
exactly. Pull up to the center with my roof gone. Yes. Look back at it. Look back at it. Look back at it.
Back at it. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. And also
That's
mom's
so-
all-time
that's such a-
favorite song. Yes. Mom's
I'm
all-time
not
favorite
surprised.
song.
That's Sagittarius energy.
Exactly. Fire. So mom's all-time favorite song is Shaka Khan, Ain't Nobody. So exactly. Exactly. So next time you hear it, think of Mama Robin or fuck that. Play that shit tonight. Blast that and do your 1-2 step, okay? In the honor of my mom, Robin Frederica Moore. I love
Making your
you.
music during
And
your
we love y'all.
manifestation during the full moon, y'all. Turn that on
Exactly.
and watch that power.
Exactly. There you go. All right, y'all. I'm Dutch.
I'm
And
ready.
that's Ray. And we'll see you next week, y'all. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Margarita Room. We almost forgot to do the cards, y'all. Yeah. So we're back. We're back. This week we are using the Modern Goddess Tarot deck. I love this deck. All right, so let's see what the cards got to say to us.
Come through,
What do you
Modern
got to
Goddess.
say? What do you got to say to Dutch? What do you got to say to Ray? What do you got to say to listeners of the Margarita Room? All right, let's see. Let's see. What are they talking about?
I don't want to talk about nothing. What? Are we doing that amazing?
I feel like I have to shuffle a few times, it's like it's preparing an actual like real message for us.
Oh, come through then. I feel
Right,
like the
exactly.
preparation is heavy on this one then, because
heavy on the preparation.
We are here. We are open.
Exactly.
We're
No,
open.
I thought it popped open.
We're ready to receive the message.
Exactly. All right. Maybe we should just pick a card. Let's pick a card.
Let's pick one up.
Wait, it flipped over. So it flipped over. Okay.
Too soon.
We got the Lovers card, y'all. Look at this. We got the
look at
Lovers
this.
card. Okay. It's
cute.
the 6th card in the deck. The Lovers card is the card of love. Love as action, as a choice, as a step to take in the world. Aphrodite, the goddess of love, is completeness. The male and female meet and meld together in her, giving rise to compassion, kindness, and of course, love. The Lover's card is dedicated to what you want to do with the love you have and you can give. Similarly, Grace Jones, with her fantastic style and the
Mhm.
fluid way she dressed in both male and female styles, perfectly represents the power of choice and the fluidity of the life-giving water and rich foam from which Aphrodite emerges. Card number 6 is a meeting point, choice and action dictated by the centering of the heart. What warms your heart right now? How would you like to be loved? What can you say yes to? What can you embrace? Wow. So the Lover's card, y'all. Love is love. Embrace who you are, your fluidity in all ways. And remember, you are enough and you are special.
I love it.
I love that too. All
That's
right,
a
y'all.
great way to encompass our evening.
Exactly. We're getting the hell back up on out of here. My brother's on the grill. The kids are back from gymnastics. And we're about to have a good night.
It's family time.
Family time. Big
Nothing
Cancer season
better.
vibes. Yeah, big
Nothing
Cancer
better.
season vibes.
Right?
All right, y'all.
Aligned.
Completely and totally.
Enjoy
All
your
right, we're
full
out of
moon day.
here. Love you. The new moon. The new
The new
moon.
moon, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Talk to you later. Love you. Bye.
Bye.